This is my sexy red Volvo, and we're about to spend the next 12 hours getting this car showroom ready. Now, we have fully restored our wheels. We have also fully restored our interior and the headliner. Now partially. Now, there are some things falling off, but we don't gotta worry about that right now. Moving on. But our paint is in pretty bad condition. It has scratches. It has coloration. It has spots that are practically unremovable. But today, we are going to be fixing that with this. I picked up the cheapest polisher I could find, and that was the Bauer Orbiter thing. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, so don't take my advice fully, but this costed me about $130 for everything in total. We also went and got the Grant compound and polisher, and I picked up the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound and Polisher too, to go on it. These are the creams. Yeah. And we also had to get some clay. All right, this is not edible. This is to clean the car. And we got your basic blue painter's tape. This is just for the areas that are hard to kind of not get hit. Now, step one is we gotta get this car moved out and wash it and all. So we're gonna do that. We are gonna be doing the 2-bucket method just because this thing has to literally be perfectly clean before I can do anything else. All we need to do is do round 2 of washing the car, and then we can move on to clay barring it, which I'll go through the whole process of that.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. If y'all don't subscribe to this channel, from all the pain and agony we're about to put in this Volvo, I will spray you with this hose. To dry this thing up. Now look, we're about to clay bar the whole car, so it's gonna suck, number one. Number two, you feel the paint like this? Clay bar is supposed to make it smooth, and not only that, it is essential to polishing your car. Now, if it does feel the same texture afterwards, that's how you know you screwed up completely, and now you need to go repaint your whole car. So let's find out if we f up or not. All we do for clay barring is literally spray soap and water onto the paint and grab your clay bar, and you're gonna go in an up and down motion, back and forth.
My bottle broke, so we improvised and made a bottle.
Now this is wet.
Clay Thompson.
Shut the fuck up. Guy, I've managed to do half the car already. She still hasn't done anything. What can I say?
Yeah, when it gets dirty and all, you just fold it. Alright? Just take it like that spot's pretty dirty. You're gonna fold it in half.
So guys, what we are is basically when you don't want to pay $1,000 at a shop and you end up going to that shop for like $100. This is what happens to your car, yo. This is what happens to your car. Look. This stuff, Jorge do it at home special on Marketplace right here. You know what I'm saying?
Our last thing we are gonna do is the windows, just because I'm gonna polish them. They have this old streak nonsense going on. We are on the last step to finally polish the car. I put my hair up because I don't want to get my hair stuck in the machine, but we need to prep the surface. I got water and half alcohol in here. And it's distilled water, okay? So if you're gonna prep your surface this way, make sure it's distilled water and half alcohol. And just a towel to wipe it off. That's all you need. All right, spray your surface like so. And just take your towel and wipe it clean. We got our polisher open, and here is everything that comes with it. We got instructions. We don't read those, you know.
Trigger and run for 30 seconds if a normal noise or vibration.
Here is the polisher. It's the orbiter. Look at it. It looks nice, brand new. And then I just gotta get an extension cord, plug it in, and we should be able to go. It also has, I think it has 6 settings. Yeah, it does have 6 settings. I'm not gonna go all the way to 6. Max I'm probably gonna use is like 4,000, 5,000. And then obviously start on like minimum when applying the polish or the compound. All right, we're gonna be compounding first. I'm gonna test it.
Yeah, you should.
Because especially since this is a new machine, I'm gonna test it.
Yeah. Okay, it works. Don't do it with cream. You'll have it fly. Smells like a dirty sock. All right. Basically, you cream pie the whole thing, and you're gonna get your dirty ass fingers in. You're gonna rub it in like this. Basically, I'm dabbing the car up right now. This is super important. You want to get your paint prepped with all this cream, or the compound, I should say. And just going all in the area. I'm going to work and do not go all over the hood with it unless you're going to do all that area at once. I'm not. You're going to put it on speed number 1 first, and just watch me do it. Look. Go over it on speed number 1 or 1000 RPM. And what you're doing is you're getting the compound all in prepared. Then you're gonna go up to like 4000 RPM on the orbiter or whatever you're using. Hold it firmly and you're gonna do the process over again. Make sure you're going like this first, straight lines, and then you can go down in diagonal motion. And also work very fast because you will burn the paint if you stay there in one position for a long time. Show them. Let's do it.
All right, after you've done it, you just need to clean off your surface in a straight line.
All right, this is gonna be a little bit harder to do just because it's pretty tight area. It looks a lot shinier, and we're gonna go over it now with polishing cream and see the actual result. Put some polishing cream all over this bad boy, and basically you're just gonna go at it, same story like before. We're gonna see now, can we actually make this thing shine and go showroom quality with this polishing cream? We're gonna find out. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be really mad because I spend a lot of money on this. Well, only 130 bucks. But to me, that's a lot of money. So y'all better pray that this works. All right, we're polishing right now, people. Same like before, same story. So it actually made a difference, y'all. It made a really big difference on this part. Basically, you go first with the compound. That's not going to give you the shiny result. It more so removes all the swirls and stuff. The polishing cream is what's going to make it look pretty. So that's what we just did here. We see it's working. Now we're about to do this whole car. All right?
Let me show you guys the difference. We have this side over here that's been compounded. Look how the colors match up. And then this side, whose colors faded, it doesn't even match up on this side. So when we polish this side, the colors should match up completely. And that was what was going on with both of our side panels, that the colors weren't even matching up with the hood.
I'm gonna do this whole side miserably and then I'll update you guys when I'm done. Finally finished compounding and wow, it made a difference. Just compound, no polish, nothing. Let's show them around because this panel by itself, you know what I mean? You're not gonna remove these. This is just paint defect, but there is no swirls anymore, nothing. The paint is smooth as butter now, seriously. And I'm so happy we did this. It took a long time, but here comes the time to actually polish the car. And I'm just so excited to finally have a car that has good paint. Wipe it with a clean towel every time. Do not use the same towel as the compound. That's just not good at all. Go in here. And man, look at the difference. I mean, the hood looks so much cleaner. My God. And that's the hood, which is the worst part of this car, is this damn hood. The rest of the car looks perfect. So I really want to see how beautiful it's going to look with just that panel alone. And remember, same process like compound. You're going to basically French kiss it like this the whole time. The reason you do that is to prime the surface. And just like I said before, start on level 1 or minimum, but 1 is fine. That's what I'm using. Do not go full ham on level 5. You will cause some issues. And you're going to smooth the surface out to get it all prepped. And then you can start turning this bitch up. Yeah, look at the shine. You see that?
Yeah, and what's nice, you can see the difference here. Like, this hasn't, the bumper here hasn't been polished, and then this is polished. There's like a clear difference.
Y'all could go on the handles, by the way, like your door handles. Just make sure it is flat. Always hold it here too. Like, that sounds like a no-brainer, but just gonna put it out there. But yeah, if you're gonna go on the door handles, just make sure you go like this. I'm gonna finish this whole whip up and then I'll show you guys after the results.
The roof, we actually did nothing to, since it's gonna need completely repainted. It just, the peeling, yeah, the peeling spots are so bad on this roof that if you take any polisher to it, it's just gonna rip the clear coat up completely. You see how this pad has a lot of compound on them? You can't clean these. Like, these are reusable over time. Also, you're supposed to really clean them up when they get really bad like that. Or the compound becomes ineffective. So you just, all you need is just a towel, a clean towel, and then soap with water. Just spray it up, and then,
You might want to squirt mine.
yeah, you can take it and then just clean it up and all. You're probably halfway through the car. You'll probably have to clean the pad off some. All right, we're gonna compound this mirror, hand compounded. It's the same thing as polishing. Just put some dots, rub it in. Just go in, dot it around. The reason I hand polish the mirror is because the paint's kind of peeling on it, so if you run it with the machine, it'll eat the paint completely up. And the same method, swirl around. See, and this is what I'm talking about. The paint is coming up just like minor amount, and then when it wipes off, it looks 1,000 times better now. We just still have to polish it. But this mirror is done being compounded.
Did half the car. I am on the other side now. So I sat in my beautiful unk chair and we're gonna get done with this door. I felt a little more excited, and you know, now I'm gonna polish my glass. It probably don't even need polish, but we're gonna do it anyway, because why not?
Way better. You actually see through it. There's no more watermarks like before. Alright, I'm gonna hand polish lastly the mirrors. Look at this, you can't even tell that there is zero clear coat on this. Obviously we are gonna seal it in hopes that it stays like this, but it looks so much better. And then let me show you like the difference, whereas like over here hasn't been polished yet.
I'm applying wax right now to protect my paint. This is the final step, and then we seriously are done. I'm about to get it out tomorrow in the sunshine and show you guys the final results. This is where we're left with. I think 100% this was worth it. Now, as you can see, there are many things still we are gonna do to this car cosmetically and engine-wise, such as coilovers. I hate the stance of this car. It is atrocious with the stock ride height. We are going to slam this car on the ground very soon. Look up front here. Our lip was eaten alive by the highway because where we live there is horrible roads. We're gonna fix that lip of ours. Come back here. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the R Design spoiler kit because this car has an R Design body kit originally. So I need to complete it and put a spoiler. As well, for the engine, we're going to put so many mods onto it. I still gotta tune the car. I still gotta upgrade the manifold and the intercooler. There's a whole lot for this build. It's not going anywhere. This Volvo has like so much potential to grow.